All right, it's Monday, so it's book talk time. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for all the ambient noise in the library today. It's just realism. We're not in empty space with just Miss Corder and I in it. Here's some lovely library aides right here doing some library aiding. And, well, here's Walter's tape, but you're still here, and it's great. Okay, I'm going to talk about a couple of books. I didn't finish a lot of books this week. I actually really only finished this one, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is, if you've not heard about it, it is a play script that was written by John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. It was not written by J.K. Rowling, but she did approve the script. And it has been performed on stage, which I understand is very good. I have mixed emotions about this book because I read all of the Harry Potter straight through the summer before last. I know I'm kind of a late bloomer there to have read them so late. But if you enjoyed Harry Potter, you might enjoy this book. You might possibly not. It definitely does not read like any of the other Harry Potter books because it's a script. So you really got to use your imagination. I would recommend, if you're going to read it, sit down and read the whole thing. Okay? If you're a quick reader, it might take you 2 hours to read the entire book. If not, maybe read it on a Saturday or a Sunday, just to get the whole thing in one sitting. For me, putting it down and picking it up was really not the best way to get the story. Anyway, it's about Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley's middle child Albus and Draco Malfoy's son Scorpius and their goings-on at Hogwarts. There's a lot of fast-forwarding at the very beginning through their first years at Hogwarts to get to where all the action is happening. I don't want to tell you too much about the story because I understand some people don't want to know ahead of time what's going to happen. I will say this: time travel, lots of time travel, and bad decisions. Okay, so if you want to know how that turns out, if you want to come and get your name on the list to check this out, we're going to be taking holds. This one should be ready to go in the next day or so. So if you want to read it, come by and tell us. Or you can send us a message. Any of those ways that we've said before. We have some bookmarks in the library with all of our contact information on them. You can send us a message and put a book on hold if you want to. Okay, since I didn't read a lot of other stuff, I wanted to pull out a couple other things to talk about real quick. This is one of my favorite classics, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. According to one of our teachers, Miss Sell, she said there's a Hulu series that's going to be coming out based on this book. So it is obviously, since they're making new content related to this book, that helps emphasize the fact that it is still relevant to us today. It was originally published in 1986. I just read it last year, and one of the things that really struck me about the book was how timely it feels. Okay, in our current political climate, there's a lot of things to think about while you're reading this book. Ways we could go in the future, or hopefully not. It is a dystopian, which means society is really messed up. But in the setting of the book, things have changed so recently that the adults remember things being different. Okay, and in the story, there are very strict gender roles. Women are valued primarily for their reproductive capabilities. They're baby-making machines. Okay. And freedom is limited. It just sounds terribly, awfully horrible. But like I said, fighting the system, we are doing lots of things to try to regain, just a little tiny bit of independence there. But anyway, so like I said, you might want to check it out. And lastly, this one I didn't actually read, but it looks so interesting. If you like classics, if you like maps, if you like artwork related to literature, then you might be interested in this. It's called Plotted: A Literary Atlas. And what they have done is they have taken several different classic works, and there's a little intro for each one, like the Voyage of Odysseus, and then there is a graphic representation of some sort, okay? Generally maps or diagrams. So you see all the voyages of Odysseus. You have, for Hamlet, you've got Elsinore Castle and the paths that the different characters took through the castle during the play. So there's a lot of different things in here. So like I said, probably not going to be interesting to everybody, but it might be interesting to somebody, so I thought I would let you know that it exists, and you're welcome to check it out if you like. So that's all I've got for you today. I am this close to finishing my audiobook, and I'm this close to finishing another book, so hopefully I'll get some other stuff read, and I'll have more to talk about to you next week. And we'll see you on Thursday for our tip video. Have a nice day.